What's up, everybody? It is Whiskey Wednesday night on the Mashin Drum. Welcome to the show. Hope everybody is ready for a wild and wonderful night because we have some great whiskeys. We have a Blendageddon, a huge week 3 with the defending champion in the mix. Will he move on to the next round and defend his title? I'm talking about Mr. Todd Ritter. He's going against some world-class athletes, some world-class blenders, I should say, tonight. But yeah, it's going to be a hell of a time. We have our secret judge. He'll come on in about an hour or so, and he or she is gonna, talk us through it and let us know what they think about the blends in week 3. But so glad to have everybody here tonight. I cannot wait to get tonight started. We have not only some really great bottles to try. I have a good amount of whiskey news tonight and an exclusive first taste of this right here. I barely even opened this yet. So I got this from Jack Daniels today. Lucky enough to have a really good relationship with them. So this is the Jack Daniels new single malt. So this is their new twice-barreled single malt finished in Oloroso sherry casks. So this is going to be their special release this year, which is going to be, oh, look at the little wee glass that's in here. That's cute. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna keep that glass. That's a nice little surprise. This is essentially going to be their, their single barrel cast strength rye, their Coy Hill, their Heritage. That's what it's going to be this year. But I literally just got this sample today, and what good timing! I checked with them to make sure that I could taste this with you guys and see how it's going to be. I'm really wondering what the desire to buy this is going to be, being it's an American single malt. I think that most people won't care. They're going to buy it up anyway because Jack Daniels has such a great track record over the last few years with their limited releases each and every year. So we're going to try this later too. So it's going to be a hell of a night. So also the new Booker's Kentucky Tea, which I saw a couple reviews, including I think Chad and Sarah said it could be the best batch in a very long time. So we'll find out. And Dixon Dedman's new venture 2XO. 2 times oak, which is what it means, by Dixon Dedman, and we'll see how that goes tonight. So a lot of great whiskeys to taste tonight. It's a hell of a Whiskey Wednesday. Let me say hi to everybody in the chat. Here we go. All right. Loch Ness is here. What is going on, Loch Ness? Ham Turkey in the house. Let's see. Big Vic. Good luck to all the master blenders. Brett Marquette is here. I know he's interested in that Jack Daniels. Chris Abuzalensi is here. Kenneth Rathburn, what's going on, man? Yes, and if anyone is in Florida with the hurricane on this way, please stay safe. Please, take good care of yourselves and your family and your homes, and hopefully the damage won't be too bad if there's any damage at all. So I'm going to raise a glass to all of you in just a little bit. But cheers to everybody there. Please stay safe. Crazy Blue Lemur in the house. What is going on, Mr. Lemur? Let's see here. Jared W is here. Christopher David, what is going on, my good friend? Shredward's in the house. What is going on? Roscoe P. Coltrane, Jeff Perkins, Adam Hinson. EJ says first. Oh, never mind. Patrick Cohn is here. What's going on, Patrick? Nice to see you as always. Let's see here. Who else is here? Ben Drammond in the house. Let's see. Ryan O is here. Hey, Burr Ben is here. What's going on, Burr Ben? Everyone check out Burr Ben's channel. Has a great channel. Sugar Kitty is here. Roy R does good things. I don't know why I feel like I got to say it like that. Roy R does good things. I like that. Tim Gorgeous is here. He says bring on Whiskey Wednesdays. Hey, the guys from Malt Reviews are here. Cheers to everyone. What is going on, fellas? The Daily Annual Weekly is here. Nice to see you. Tim Cornet's in the house. There he is. Todd Ritter says, let's do this. Love Boat Captain's here. Nate Cox. Sir Cutts is here. Cameron Lochner. Emmanuel Elvira. Love that name. Justin Jenkins is here. Cool Running. Tony B. And a bunch of other people coming in. I am just trying to catch up here. If I do this, I'll be here all night. Paul P says, looks real dark. Whiskey Mountain says, I can't say I'm all that excited for this JD release. Just not a malt person, says Whiskey Mountains. And yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be kind of the sentiment. You know, I don't know. We'll see how people take to it. We're definitely going to taste it tonight and see. There's definitely some incredible American single malts being made across this beautiful United States of America. So we're going to see if the Jack Daniel's, how a malt, a 100% American single malt from them, holds up and finish in Oloroso. Now, remember, Brown-Forman owns Glendronach, a couple of other big Scottish distilleries. So they have access to some really, really good sherry casks. So I would only imagine they got some good ones for that release. So we'll see how it goes. Let's see here. Just a bunch of people coming in. Roscoe P. Coltrane, already 230 dropping in the chat. Sunday Evening Scotch is here. What's going on, man? The legend Richie Z, JG is in the house. Hey, Peter White is here. What's going on? Are you schlammered? American Single Malt. The Bourbon Engineer's here. Looking forward to the JD review. Yes, me too. I am Julian O'Reilly. Hey, Elsa's here. Elsa, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you, Elsa. Saucy Shane in the house. What's going on? Levi says that 2XO is a great pour. Well, I'm glad you said that because that's what we're going to start with tonight, right now. Let's get into this thing. So let me pull up some of the. Let me get rid of that. Let me get into the details on this baby. I think we went over it last time. I just want to make sure I get everything right here. So this is the Phoenix blend, which I mean, not for nothing, but I mean, I know it's kind of a standard size. You know, this is kind of like a 4-gate type size bottle, Eagle Rare, you know, that type of bottle. But man, the label on this thing, I mean, that is sexy. Look at that, the gold. It's got the Phoenix on it. I mean, Dixon Dedman's signature on the bottom. I mean, that's a beauty. That's that's a guy that knows his marketing. So I have not cracked this yet at all. So I'm going to open this up. Oh, there you go, America. Give it a good America. Let's pour it, guys. Let me know in the chat what you're sipping on already. Oh, that was a heavy pour, but why not? It's Whiskey Wednesday. Let's get that on top. Put it here. And let's see here. So let me go to. So this retails for about $100. Phoenix Blend is Dedman's reentry into the bourbon world after he left from Kentucky Owl. Everyone kind of knows that story. Dixon said, like, this is a new beginning, which is why it's named Phoenix. 2XO aims to create something unique in American whiskey. Every release will strive to achieve something special. So 2XO, as we mentioned earlier, means 2 times oak, and it refers to Dixon's blending process. So he rebarrels his aged whiskey into new charred oak barrels. The Phoenix Blend is a blend of Kentucky straight bourbon whiskeys composed of 2 mash bills from different distilling partners, one with a moderate rye content and the other with a high rye content. The Phoenix Blend, which is bottled at 104 proof, will be followed by 2 small batch blends and a single barrel release in each consecutive year, the brand said during the news release. So that's the deets on the 2XO. I'm going to leave this beauty right up here next to me because it looks so pretty. Hey, Women of Whiskeys is here. How's it going, guys? Let's see here. Hey, I think I saw 21090. What's going on, 21090? Nice to see you. Nice to see you guys. Another great channel to subscribe to, 21090. Women of Whiskeys. I think I hope you're feeling better. Are you going live tonight, Women of Whiskeys? I think you said you're back, right? Killing a very basic Woodford Reserve WFPSP. You got to make room on the shelf for more open bottles. Oh, it's killing a basic. Let's see. Jeff is drinking 4 rows of small batch select. Lochner says, start with a couple of old-fashioned cocktails, Aaron 10 and now an Angel's Envy bourbon. That's quite the array, Lochner. I like your style. Jeff is sipping on Houdini. Oh, dude, really? Kind of want some more Houdini. Hey, Eric Desmarius is here. What's going on, Eric? Nice to see you. All right, let's get into this. So, man, it's got a nice, deep, rich nose. I'll tell you that. Pretty chocolatey to me. Man, I'm getting toasted coconut on the nose. Toasted coconut. Man, this thing is, for 105 proof. I'm sorry, 104 proof. 104 proof. For 104 proof, this is a lot bolder on the nose than I thought it was going to be. I mean, it comes off like a much richer, much darker, maybe even an older whiskey, just based off the nose. A little bit of that. I think you kind of get a little bit of that toasted marshmallow nose. I'm also kind of getting a little bit of uh, like a charred banana, like a fried plantain or a sweet plantain type thing. There's a banana note to it, which may clue you into maybe the distillery that he borrowed this from. Whether it's now, I've gotten banana on both Barton and Old Forester, so maybe one of the two is in the mix here. Hey, what's up, ADHD Whiskey's in the house? What is going on? Or should I say Jimmy McGill? There you go, buddy. Nice to see you as always. So really nice nose. It's deep, it's dark. There's also a dark fruit note trying to come out, but it's not cherry. I don't think it's cherry. I don't think it's like, oh man, this thing, as most double oak products do, or even toasted products, these usually get better as the bottle opens up. This is a first pour, and I don't care what anyone says. I think a neck pour, between the neck pour and how this opens up, it definitely makes a big difference when you're talking about double oaked or toasted products, or even finished products as well. Yep, Jimmy McGill in the house. If it isn't slipping Jimmy, that's right. All right, let's try this. I'm really excited about the nose here. Yeah, toasted, man, toasted marshmallows over like, man, what's that dessert? What's the dessert with the bananas and the rum? Come on, you guys know what I'm talking about. What's that dessert? Oh man, that is good. That's a really nice nose, and some like chocolate on there. Let's try it. Here we go. Cheers, guys. Welcome to Mash and Drum again. Subscribe, like, do all the things. Share the video with your friends. We got a lot going on tonight. And cheers to you. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Bananas Foster. That's it. But I am not getting that on the palate. That's for sure. I'm not getting a lot of the banana on the palate. I'm getting oak. I'm getting spice. I'm getting. Damn, that has a finish for 104 proof. I mean, it's all right here. It just, the Pop Rocks effect right here. Man. Yeah, I'm also getting, man, the more this opens up, it's just more of like a toasted vanilla comes out, like a toasted vanilla bean. It's not just straight like sweet vanilla. This is like a darker, richer vanilla. The palate is it's light. Well, let me rephrase that. It's an oily whiskey. It's an oily bourbon, but it doesn't like attack your palate like a cast strength bourbon would. Obviously, only being 105, but at the same time, the great balance of flavors it has, the sweet, the spice, and then this lingering finish that just, for 105 proof, it's like, how the hell would he do that? I mean, being at this proof point, you wouldn't think it would have this lingering, just like toasty vibe, and it all like sits right here. It doesn't really give you a Kentucky hug. It's all just like right in this area, back of the palate, all right here. You get like this Pop Rocks effect. It just kind of sits. It's really nice. I think at the end of your live shows, it's called a baked Jason. Yeah, this is the 2 times Oak Phoenix, Dixon Dedman's new blend, guys. That's what I'm sipping right now. For those of you just coming in and joining us, 104 proof, retails for about $100. Going to be some different variants of this as he goes and plays with different blends, but if Dixon Dedman, and the reason why I loved a good amount of his Kentucky oak blends when he was doing those, was all his whiskeys always had this intense, long, lingering finish, which you guys knows is like that's my, you know, if I had to pick a certain flavor profile for a whiskey, it's going to be a long finish and a little bit of butter pecan in it, butter pecan or like butterscotch. Like those are like my 2 like go-to notes in a whiskey. But this has a long finish. As far as a double oaked whiskey, this seems to have a lot more depth than a normal double oak whiskey would. I'm trying to think like what this would remind me of. I guess if you've ever had like a cast strength, man, you know, I've had some double oak cast strengths from Starlight, which have been really good. Obviously, you know, you have your 4-gate toasteds. These are basically, this is more of a double oaked note though. Like 1910 at cast strength. I wonder if it would taste like this. Old Forester 1910. Yeah, Peerless double oak to me has more of a tobacco note in it, like a sweet tobacco on the palate. This comes off more like it's sweet. Again, the palate is I do wish there was a little bit more on the palate, but the finish kind of makes up for it. But there's a dark fruit note emerging too. It almost comes off a little bit finished. And now I know when I say finished, not just double oak finish, I feel like there could be like another finish on it. But there is a fruit note coming to the forefront, and I'm not sure if it's like a raisin or a grape or something along those lines. It's not anything that I could pinpoint as. I don't think it's cherry. I mean, it could be strawberry a little bit. But it's good. It's a nice blend. It's a really nice double oak blend. Will it blow you away? No. I'll say this. I wouldn't overpay for it. I know it's Dixon Dedman's like first return back. And it's a very, very good bourbon. I really do like it, but I wouldn't go crazy overpaying or trying to find it or even paying secondary for it. It's a really nice double oak bourbon. I think the finish makes it, and the texture is what makes it such a unique double oaked pour. But all in all, I dig it. I dig it. This is a really nice blend. I'll probably give this a full review once it opens up a little bit more and see if that fruit note comes out a little bit further. That's what I'm hoping, because it's right now it's faint. Is it close to Calumet 16? That's actually a good comparison. Hey, shit, I have it right here. Let's see. I'm gonna use my new wee Jack Daniel's glass. So this is the Calumet 16 here. If I hold up the colors, they're pretty close. They're pretty close in color. So when you compare the noses, the 2XO is way sweeter. You really notice the marshmallow, almost like a black licorice note comes out, but like not the nasty black licorice. I'm still getting the toasted coconut. Really nice sweet oak. The Calumet has gone to more to like that astringent, like cherry type note with the oak. You know what? I feel like the Dedman's blend is actually more rounded. I think Calumet 16 is more of a straight shot of oak, spice, cherry, Obviously, your heavy vanillas and caramels, all that stuff that goes along with Calumet 16. But there's a sharpness to it that the 2XO does not have. And that could be from that double oak process. But when you kind of go back and forth, yeah, the Calumet 16 does have a similar finish to this. It's got that spice. But this is starting to get into more like a coffee. Oh, this might end up being really good. I think I just have to wait it out a little bit more because every time I sip it, it gets better. All right. I would have cleaned that glass first. Yeah, I know, Sweet Lisa. I probably should have, but I don't have any extra glasses down here, so I kind of have to use something. Your 2XO experience sounds like the Evan Williams 12 year with intense vanilla. I don't know. I would have to try that out. I would have thought the Calumet was sweeter. No, I mean, it's a different sweet, Kevin. It's more of like a cherry sweet. Whereas this is more of like that marshmallow sweet and dessert sweet because of that double oak, process that they use. Yeah, but this is way better than Woodford double oaked. I would imagine like if Woodford double oaked was cast strength, it would maybe get somewhere around this area. But I don't know. I would hope so because this is a really nice blend. I'm digging that one. Yeah, it is really good. I'm digging this whiskey. I'm definitely gonna go back to it. The 2XO was sweeter heading into Woodford double oak, not as old as 16. Okay, let's see here. So Elsa, this does not really have a cherry note for me on the 2XO. The Calumet is the medicinal cherry, for sure. I'm not a double oak nut, plus giving this by my Dixon, it's a must buy for me, says Lucas. Yeah, I'm with you, Lucas. The 2XO is $100. So 2XO is $100 retail for the bottle. So yeah, I'm just gonna let that sit and open up. Actually, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna pour a little more. I'm gonna let this open up because I want to probably drink this maybe a little bit later once it opens up a little bit more. So there it is, a 2XO. You guys got to admit, that's a beautiful bottle, right? Where do I put this? So I'm going to put this over here. There we go. Damn, I'm more excited for that tasting I'm going to now. Oh, pinch hitter, you're going to whiskey tasting with 2XO? Yeah, I think it's great. It'd be interesting to see, like I said, how this opens up over some time, and we'll see how it goes. All right, next up, we're going to get into the new Bookers. So this is the latest batch of Bookers, the third batch of this year, and this is called the Kentucky Tea Batch. Kentucky Tea Batch. So let me flash this on the screen here because I think I have a close-up photo of it. And yeah, there it is, the Kentucky Tea Batch, which was released. Actually, it just hit here where I am. This is named after a signature drink. So according to the news release, Noah would drink his Kentucky tea, whiskey with water every night. Specifically, the recipe called for 1 part whiskey to 4 parts water. It said that Booker Noah would talk about how the drink complemented the flavor in his dinner, typically country ham or fish. So this is 126.5 proof. It was aged 7 years, 4 months, and 14 days. And it's retailing for about $90 a bottle. So I got this. This is $100 even here in Ohio, in Bro, Ohio, as I call it. Let me get some water here. This is the way. I've heard very good things about this batch. Very good things. I am generally a guy that likes to skip Bookers now and then, but it just kills me because it's like there's always that part of you that wants that next batch to be as good or better than Country Ham was. And it's like you don't want to buy them, but if you hear one is good and if you miss it, I can't. It's like the biggest just mind fuck. Like walking into a liquor store saying Bookers, you're like, yeah, I'm not going to buy that. And then you hear how good it is. You're like, maybe I should buy it. Kill. Yeah, and I do like this. I like that the Bookers are getting up to past 7 years rather than staying in that 6-year range. So let's see here. So yeah, 2022-03, 126.5 proof, 7 years, 4 months, 14 days old. All right, let's see if I made a good purchase here. Booker's went downhill when I Whiskey She Wine stopped reviewing it. 2022-2 is a hitter. I liked Lumberjack batch. I forgot what it was called. Lumberyard, right? I like that batch. So let's go to this one here. And on the nose, I mean, it's pretty classic Beam Bookers. Nothing's really standing out. I mean, it is sweet. I'll give it that. It does have a very sweet, concentrated powdered sugar like vibe going on, go along with like that signature nuttiness that it has. Yeah, exactly, Lucas. It's the price versus consistency with Bookers that kind of kills you. I mean, you could say that about Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, but Elijah Craig Barrel Proof consistently is cheaper than this, and also usually about double the age of this. So I think people feel a lot better about buying each Elijah Craig Barrel Proof over Bookers. All right. Yeah, I mean, nothing. I get a little bit of sawdust in here. I get that peanut buttery. This does not have that peanut shell sharp vibe that you get with some Bookers. I'll say that. But there is an intense sweetness to it. It's a kind of an interesting nose. See what it does on the palate. Cheers. Wow. Okay. That does not drink like a Booker's by any means. That is velvety, smooth, delicious. I hate to use the word smooth, but it is really, I'll just say velvety. Forget I said smooth. Rewind, delete, get rid of that shit, edit. It still has a little bit of that bite to it, for sure, but this does not drink like 126 proof at all. That is a nice spice to it. Again, it is a sweeter profile. The one thing I look for in a special Booker's is some sort of dark fruit quality to it. And I can't say I'm getting it here, but there's something else to this Booker's that I think is what's making people love it so much. It does. It's got like this extra level of sweetness. It's not all peanut. It's not all peanut butter. It's not all just beaminess. There is an extra level of flavor and sweetness to this that's actually really good. I could see why people are digging this batch. There's, man. Yeah, Justin, I'm going to have to compare the Lumberyard to this one for sure. That's good. I mean, it's probably my mind playing with me, but it does have kind of like a sweet tea, a lot of sugar, like 4C fake tea, like the big scooper of fake tea that you put in a glass and you add water to it. Like that type of sweetness, like a cloying sweetness to it. But it's there like for a quick hit, and then it just becomes Bookers again. John Walker, thanks so much, man. What's your top 3 Bookers? That's tough. Top 3 Bookers for me. Number 1, Country Ham. Number 2, Center Cut. Number 3, man, what would my number 3 be? Number 3, I probably would have a tie for Sip a While and Tommy's Batch. Maybe along those lines. But you know what the ultimate Bookers was? is when you blended country ham with beaten biscuits. That blend, I'm just saying right now, if any of you watching have Booker's country ham and you have a Booker's beaten biscuits batch, if you have those two batches, just stop what you're doing and go fucking blend them right now, because it's an incredible blend. It's delicious. Just saying. I think I just called it biscuits and ham when I when I made that blend. It is an amazingly good blend. This is really good. It is. This does not drink like a typical Booker's. First of all, it's not overly harsh. It's not just pure peanut shell. It's sweeter. It's velvety. All right. I can see why people are liking this batch. That's a nice batch of Booker's. I'm going to have to put that against some of my other favorites. That might be a video. All right. I see you, Booker. No. That's nice. Mike B. I forgot about Big Time Batch. That's a very, very good batch as well. Yep. Yeah, for sure. No Hard Times. That was definitely a lot of people's favorites. Dang, now I'm thinking I have to find this one. Yeah, Lucas, I don't know, man. This might be one to grab. It's really nice. It's a really nice Booker's. All right, I'm actually going to pour a little bit more of this. Then we're going to go through some news before we dive into the Jack Daniels and then start the week 3 of Blendageddon. So, first, Ryan Cecil. I love how Blendageddon brings all the blenders to the yard. Ryan Cecil, good to have you as always, man. Yeah. I dig the shirt. I dig the Bourbon Pursuit shirt. And guys, no introduction. If you're not listening to the Bourbon Pursuit podcast for all things bourbon, I listen to it each week to get my fill of information. Absolutely love it. Freshly Blue says, looking forward to trying this one. So, all right, let's go to a couple news stories. Not too much in the pipeline, but, we already talked about the Bookers. We talked about the 2XO. Here's another news story that just hit the whiskey sphere. And yeah, that's Peyton Manning's giant head that you see on the screen. And why? It's because Sweetens Cove, his brand that he co-founded with Andy Roddick, signed a financing agreement to ensure long-term growth and stability for the brand. So on Monday, Advanced Spirits, a company that specializes in the procurement, financing, and aging of whiskeys for brand partners, announced a multi-year finance deal with Sweetens Cove Spirits Company. Under the agreement, Advanced Spirits will fund bourbon production and procurement for Sweetens Cove to ensure long-term growth and stability for their premium product pipeline. Sweetens Cove was founded in 2019 by NFL player Peyton Manning, retired tennis player Andy Roddick, and Mark Rivers, a real estate developer and a friend of Andy Roddick. On the whiskey side, the brand is led by Marianne Eves, master blender, a great figure in whiskey who works as a consulting master distiller for various brands after spending time working with Brown-Forman and Castle and Key. So if you guys thought that Sweetens Cove was going away anytime soon, think again. Looks like they're kind of bolstering, playing a little bit of offense here. They're kind of getting ready to funnel some more money into the brand to procure some more barrels. Hopefully, I would like to see some stuff aside from just George Dickel being blended. I would like to see them play with other finishes and stuff like that. They did have a French oak finish that wasn't too bad, or they also did like that sugar maple oak finish or something like that. That wasn't too bad as well. So, Bourbon Ranch, what's going on? Trev, he says celebrities attached to whiskey equals a no from me, dog. For the most part, but I've never had a Sweetens Cove that I thought was worth the price. So, but that's me. Here's a big one. Old Fitz. Yeah, look at that. Look at that big, beautiful H statement, guys. Old Fitz. Heaven Hill announced the oldest Old Fitzgerald bottle and bond release to date. So they announced the fall 2022 edition. The new whiskey was aged 19 years. So this is their wheated bourbon mash bill, 100 proof. It's the oldest release for this line to date. Will retail for about $240. Like I said, 100 proof. The This release features bourbon from 3 different floors of Rickhouse F and one from Rickhouse X from Heaven Hill's main campus. One of the many brands from Heaven Hill to offer bottled and bond whiskey. So, I mean, I'll probably never see a bottle of it. Maybe if I'm in Kentucky, or if I get lucky, if it actually is at Heaven Hill. I'm planning on going in the beginning of December. The first weekend in December, I'm going to be jumping around Kentucky like crazy. If any of you are down there, maybe I'll see you. But I'm going to be at a bunch of distilleries, and I'm hoping to run into a bottle of that, at least at retail. But at $240, I mean, that's not bad for a 19-year-old whiskey if you find it at retail. I know a lot of people are all over that. Yeah, good luck finding it. That's probably going to hit. I would say that would hit $500 to $600, maybe $700 on the secondary market. You know, first couple days that it drops. So that would be my guess. Speaking of Castle and Key, the untold story of Kentucky whiskey from Castle and Key. So this is a new Castle and Key release, an interesting one. And Castle and Key says, "We believe we have a hit." And this is the second whiskey in series shining a light on Black contributions to the distilling industry. So Castle and Key Distillery announced the release of its latest whiskey, The Untold Story, in partnership with the Kentucky Black Bourbon Guild. This is the second of the distillery's annual whiskey release, in which 100% of sales are donated to scholarship funds to support diversity and inclusion within the distilling industry. Bottles will be available for sale beginning November 19th at the distillery. Let's see here. Bottled at 101.5 proof, the whiskey will retail for a suggested price of $175. Only 426 bottles were produced. The whiskey comprises 50% traditional bourbon and 50% wheated bourbon. So that's a really nice release from Castle and Key. Half wheater, half regular bourbon. So, I mean, essentially a 4-grain blend. The price is high, but I would imagine a lot of those proceeds will be going to the foundation that was mentioned in the press release. So definitely good things from Castle and Key. Not sure how good the whiskey will be, but hopefully it helps a lot of kids in need and people in need. So let's go next to what do we got here? Oh, this one just snuck up out of somewhere. High West. Look at this son of a bitch. I think we actually saw this label when we were doing one of the What's to See at the TTB episodes. I believe this was a label that was found on there, and this is High West The Prisoner. So Park City, Utah Distillery High West has unveiled the launch of its latest limited release whiskey, The Prisoner Share, which is finished in red blend barrels from California Wine Company, The Prisoner. This is bottled at 102 proof. It's a blend of straight bourbon and rye whiskeys aged between 4 and 15 years old. So really nice age statement on it. This will be available nationwide in limited quantities beginning this month at a suggested retail price of $175 per 750 milliliter bottle. The announcement of this whiskey came in with little warning or promotion. Yep, you got that right. So if that label sounds familiar, you guys have to remember that, you know, we have The Prisoner from Bardstown Bourbon Company, who used that same wine company to do one of their releases in Prisoner barrels as well. They also have a Bardstown Bourbon Company. The Prisoner will be interesting to see what the High West blend within those barrels, what it will do. So pretty excited for that one. I don't know if I'll ever see one, but I'm, kind of digging that one. Price is a bit much. Bourbon Wrench, no from me, dog, says Bourbon Wrench. If I wanted to stand around for hours in the wind and snow, could have gotten this last weekend. Too cold for my blood, though, says Whiskey Mountains. Let's see here. They'll have the Camus finished soon, I bet. Yeah, Camus would probably garner a lot of attention for sure. And a couple labels just to kind of throw at you guys before we get into the Jack Daniels. A couple labels that popped up. One was the next edition of the Old Forester 117 series. This looks to be, now the first one of these was the Warehouse K. This looks like we're going to have a Warehouse H. Warehouse H is symbolic of Old Forester's growth after World War II. Construction on the brick warehouse began in 1946, housing 50,000 barrels. 4-story, 8-chamber warehouse was designed to be heat cycled in the winter months when temperatures drop below 60 degrees. So This looks like it's going to be, we're going to have another 117 series. This is a Warehouse H, which, I don't know, people that love Blantons might get a little upset at that shit. Just saying, Warehouse H, Blantons, meh. Be careful, old Forester. They're going to come after you. Just saying. Next up, Yellowstone. Now, there was news of them releasing, speaking of American Single Malt, an American Single Malt whiskey, 108 proof for this one. American Single Malt, here's the back of the label. It says, this stems from previously established roots. Nearly everything we perfected across 7 generations of distilling presents itself in this bottle. Made from 100% malted barley and perfectly aged in new charred American oak barrels. This smooth yet complex whiskey rounds the palate with notes of honey, dates, and spice pair with strong oak and cinnamon finish. So, listen, anytime I could try a new American Single Malt, I'm all about it. And I'm excited to try that. I'm not always super crazy about stuff that Yellowstone puts out, but I would try that one. I would try that bottle. And last but not least, Nulu. Looks like we're going to have a wheated expression from Nulu. Wheated bourbon, non-chill filtered. If those generally end up around that 6 to 7 or 8 year range that a lot of those Nulu barrels are, those could be nice wheated options for people to have, especially if it's non-chill filtered and cast strength. We'll see what the stats end up being on that. So, and lastly, last but certainly not least, here it is. This is what it's actually going to look like. The Jack friggin' Daniels. This is going to be their newest release. They say that we've never crafted a whiskey like this. Jack Daniels announces the release of their first single malt. So this is 100% malted barley grain bill from Jack Daniels themselves. So this is not sourced. This is all made from them. This is the Jack Daniels twice barreled special release American Single Malt finished in Oloroso sherry casks. Limited edition bottle. It'll range from 106.1 to 107.8 proof. So the malted barley is ground, fermented, and distilled in Lynchburg. And the whiskey, just like the Tennessee whiskey, passes through the Jack Daniels charcoal mellowing process, and it's matured in new charred American white oak barrels for at least 4 years. It was then finished for an additional 2 years in Spanish Oloroso sherry casks from the Antonio Paez Lobato cooperage before being bottled at cask proof. Now, retail on this will be $70 for a 700 milliliter bottle. So $70 will be the retail price, but as we all know, it most likely will be a lot more than that. So let me go to the comments here. This Booker's is turning into, I hate to say it, like butterscotch ice cream. Oh my God. That Booker's is dangerous. You stay there. You stay there. All right, let's get into this, guys. I'm going to need some water here. 700 milliliter bottles are, I've heard a lot of different reasons why distillers are starting to use these size bottles, but I think mainly it's, I always just hear the same excuse. It's more cost effective. I don't know the numbers or the logistics behind that, but apparently that's the case. But yeah, Jack Daniels has been using 700 milliliter bottles now for at least this year, end of last year. So let's see if it gives me a proof on this one. So this is sample, not for resale. Got it. I won't resell it, I promise. So this one's a little bit on the higher end. We're looking at 105.7 proof. I don't know if you guys can see that. Let's see if the camera focuses in here. There it is. Oh, you can see that. The little numbers there, 105.7 proof. Now, it's got a very, it's got a nice color. I mean, it looks dark, but I think you have a good amount of Oloroso influence in here. Man, I'm looking forward to this. Oh, yeah, you definitely see it in the glass. You definitely see this in the glass. I mean, that just looks like, look how dark that is. This is what people are going to, man. Okay, so quick question for you guys in the chat. Do you think, you could give me a simple yes or no in the chat. Do you think that people will tend to shy away from this release because it's an American single malt rather than, a regular Jack Daniels? Or do you think people will just snatch this up as they always do? So let me know in the chat. Simple yes or no. Let's see what we get. And in the meantime, let's see here. Hell no, no, yes, no, not this group. Crap, yes. Yeah, Tater's gonna take. Yeah, they're gonna take it. People will just buy, not know what the single malt is. I mean, that's very true. I mean, unfortunately, you have a lot of buyers out there that are just buying not to taste the whiskey; they're just buying to flip it, and they know that these Jack Daniel's special releases, um, they garner a premium. Especially after that. It all started with that fucking rye. After that rye came out, like that was it. Like people were all over these things, and then obviously the Hazmat Coy Hills. But this is a nice kind of off. I like this. I like it's a little bit different. It's out of the wheelhouse that we know from them. So let me see. I mean, it says it should release here in limited quantities this month. So November. Let's see here. All right. Let's get into it. Now, what's interesting is the fact that the malt whiskey goes to the Lincoln County process. I don't think, I've had a malt whiskey that goes through that aspect of it. Man, the sherry is strong in this immediately. Man, chocolate-covered raisins all day long. There is a malt quality to it, almost like a Whoppers candy. It was just Halloween not that long ago. I think Whoppers are a very underrated candy, and I was all over my Whoppers. And this reminds me of Whoppers a little bit with that malted, oh man, all that malted barley, a lot of chocolate, and a lot of dark fruit here, guys. This is kind of what I was expecting, but I wasn't sure I was going to get this from Jack Daniel's. Now, you guys know, I'll be honest, Brown-Forman sent me, a sample of birthday bourbon this year, and I crapped all over it. Not sure if I'll get another one, but if this was shit, I tell you, even though I got a sample. So just want to reiterate that. Oh, man. So it's not a complete sherry bomb. It doesn't overtake with like the praline and the raisin and the fig and all those dark, rich notes. This has actually a nice balance of that single malt. And now I like single malt. I drink a lot of single malt, especially around these colder months. So, but this is a chocolatey malt. So I think when you talk about American single malt, you do get a lot of chocolate in American single malt most of the time, at least for me. And you're getting this mix of chocolate and, dark fruit in this. So pretty much what I expected, but I'm not getting, if any of you think there's any banana in here, there is not at all. Man, maple syrup and cinnamon too. It's very, very sweet, but also malty. So if you don't like malt, well, we'll see what it does on the palate. Here we go, guys. Cheers. Wow. That came out a lot brighter on the palate than I was ready for. I thought it was going to be very dark. Man, I'm going to need another sip of that. Wow. The sherry influence on the palate with that maple syrup note gives it a extremely sweet profile. It's very sweet, and it's a lot more sherry forward on the palate than I thought it was going to be. The sherry really just encapsulates the entire experience. I think in a good way. I mean, this is unlike any Jack Daniel's I've ever tasted. Obviously, I mean, we had a hint of their malt whiskey in the triple mash that was released, but having to try it completely on its own with a sherry finish, it actually tastes like Glendronach 15. It's got this mix of dark fruit. It's got this mix of like strawberry, like bright fruit. There's like this toasted pecan note that comes in with the maple syrup, and then it kind of warms you with like this cinnamon spice on the back end of it. It's like, I mean, it's like raspberry jam on toast. It really is, in a good way. I mean, put a little maple syrup on there. It's on the sweeter side, but it's got a very sherry heavy. If any of you in the chat have ever had just straight sherry, not an older sherry, but a little bit of a younger sherry where it's got like that little bit of like a grape sharpness to it. That's what is in this glass. It's got a sharp quality to it, yet it's flavorful and sweet at the same time. Cecil's like, I'm out. Yeah, Ryan. Knowing how you dislike Scotch so much, I don't think this is going to be your thing, man. I could appreciate the. Yeah, I like it. It even dries your palate out a little bit, like a aged sherry does. It's a little bit drying, but that's crazy. I mean, you could probably fool someone to think that's maybe a Scotch. Someone who's not quite versed in Scotch, but this is an impressive release, I think, for me, whether you like it or hate it, the fact that Jack Daniel's kind of went out of their comfort zone and made a 100% malted, malt whiskey with an Oloroso sherry finish, kind of in Scotland fashion, is pretty impressive. It's sherry heavy. It's starting to get a little bit more pralines and cream type aspects to it. Like freaking strawberry toaster strudel. There's a pastriness to it. Like a little bit of a toast. I dig it. This is, I'll tell you this right now, guys. This isn't going to be everyone's favorite. If you don't like Scotch or you don't like American single malt, this American single malt isn't like other American single malts I've had, where it definitely has more of a chocolatey, maybe root beer type vibe. This leans more towards like a Scotland Scotch, where it's got those flavors. Yeah, it's nice. My God, I cannot tell you how intense the raspberry is on this. It is so raspberry heavy. It's delicious. Speaking of Scotch, how is the Ben Nevis single barrel? Kyle, fucking delicious, dude. I mean, that was my first Ben Nevis, and I fell in love with it. So I've been on a Ben Nevis kick ever since. Absolutely love it. Yeah, Mojo. Yeah, see, this is interesting. Hard pass. Yeah, if you don't like maltiness, but I'm telling you guys, I think the raspberry jamminess of this could turn you. Oh, it's so raspberry. Raspberries and cream ice cream. Oh my gosh. And then you still get a little bit of the chocolate coffee note on the very end of it. That's fantastic. This isn't a definite must buy by any means. I think this is going to be up for a lot of people, especially bourbon lovers. This is going to be a try before you buy, because that maltiness, I'm not sure how everyone's going to take to it. But for me, and what I've tasted from Scotch and how I love sherry, and I've done plenty of sherry picks. I mean, everyone drinks bourbon that's finished in sherry. Why not try this? It doesn't have like as harsh of a malt that you would get from Scotland, but man, it is decadent. It is a very sweet, decadent pour. Good spice, good balance. Thank you, Jack Daniels, for sending that. I will be trying to get a bottle. I'm not sure I will, but if I do, I'm going to enjoy the shit out of it. That's good. Let's see here. But is it Jack Fire good? It's not as good as Jack Fire, man. Not as good as Jack Fire. Jason, I'll be right there coming over to taste it. See you in 3 hours. Mike, you would love this. I know Mike, Sunday evening scotch. I know Mike would really dig this because it's just raspberry jam all day long. A little bit of chocolate too. It's so good. I'm not buying that. I am buying that bad boy faux show. Stuff will be vaporware before you can buy it if you like it. I mean, hopefully my opinion doesn't skew people too much because I'm not telling you to go run out and buy it now. That's got to be a try before you buy based on people's palates, especially if you're strictly a bourbon lover and you don't get into scotch too much. Just saying. Maybe the 700 milliliter is an indication they plan on using their single malt to increase brand awareness in single malt dominated countries. Maybe I should just shut up. I mean, I think that's a good hypothesis, Matt. I'm gonna be on a tasting, I think, with Jack Daniel's next week, and I'm definitely looking to ask some of those questions. Why the 700 milliliter bottles? Where do you plan to go with the 100% malt whiskey? Do you plan on doing different finishes with it? Because Jack Daniel's is such a global company, such a global name. I mean, it's the #1 whiskey sold in the world, I think, because it's pretty much everywhere. Are they looking to push this malt whiskey in other countries, such as Japan, India, and other countries where they drink a lot of malt? So it'd be really interesting to see where it goes. So, yeah, I dig it. If you guys see it and you like malt, if you like raspberries, maybe even, for Matt's sake, blueberries. Okay, guys. Oh, we are right on time. Damn. Good timing tonight. You guys know what time it is. And before we get into it, make sure, please like the video. Please hit that thumbs up below because it's time to get into a very, very big 3. Very, very big week 3 here on the Mash and Drum in Blendageddon. It's time to get it set up. It's time to get the mystery judge ready to come in here. But in the meantime, here we go. All right, everybody, it is week 3 of Blendageddon. That's right. We've been talking about it. You know why? Because the defending champion, Todd Ritter, is up this week. 30 custom blends created by you head-to-head to see who gets crowned champion in 2022. Last week was a killer week. Week 2, we saw Shelby Strunk with the finisher and Kelsey Dime with his dime bag stash make it through to the Sexy 6. Who will get through this week? Guys, we have some big names here in the chat going head-to-head tonight in week 3. It's Dan Colgan, Todd Ritter, the defending champ, as I mentioned already, Rob Shields, Adam Dorman looking for some redemption, and Oisin Hayes. It's gonna be a week. All right, guys, time is ticking. Let's welcome in our mystery guest judge and get week 3 of Blendageddon started. Let's get ready to rumble! And we are back. I have the glasses here. We are all set up to go. You guys saw the names. You guys saw who's in the running tonight. It is time to bring in our mystery judge. I needed someone that had a great palate. I needed someone that has tasted a ton of different whiskeys. Someone I could trust. None other than Shayla the Whaler.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I feel like that intro needs way more like air horns.
Okay, next week week 4 because it's a big week next week too. We'll definitely get the air horns in there.
Okay, all right, that sounds good.
But Whiskey Central coming in from lovely Arizona. How you doing there, Shayla?
I am so good. So I'm visiting my sister, so that's why I'm on my phone right now. That's what we're streaming with. So just apologies in advance, but
Shaylabot, you look and you sound great. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, thanks. But I gotta say, my nose is a little bit dry because I'm used to like 90% humidity, and it is like 4% humidity here. So
all right, well, you wanna go like run your nose on the, you want a neti pot or just
no, I'll be okay. But I'm hoping that I'll be all right with the nosing tonight. We'll see how it goes. But
you want to get that spray from the sink and just spray it up there for a little bit?
Yep,
you know?
just. No, this is so fun, man. Thank you for having me on.
Yo, thank you for being a judge. I obviously
it's an honor, seriously.
Obviously respect your palate, and I'm glad you were able to be a part of it this year.
It's a little bit of a mistake, but I appreciate it.
Hope Ritter gets the boot. Whiskey Mountains, who's looking after you, says time to turn on the humidifier. Okay, 100%. All right, guys. So let's get a quick recap of what happened last week. So last week in week 2, we had Shelby Strunk and Kelsey Dime move on to the Sexy Six in week 8. So good luck to them. Week 3 this week, as you guys heard, we have Dan Colgan with his blend called Thunderstruck. Todd Ritter, well, of course, with his blend called One Blend to Rule Them All, because he's a defending champ. Rob Shields with Goat Breath from Hell. Adam Dorman with Straight from the Bucket, because Austin Bucket took him out twice last year. And then My Milkshake brings All My Boys to the Yard by Oisin Hayes. So we have some great blends in the mix tonight. And looking forward to next week. Look at week 4, guys. Saucy Shane, Adam Hinson, Jeffrey Wack, Darrell Stewart, and Mark Emanecker. All going in week 4. All leading up to the finals in several weeks, because we got a lot of blends to go through.
My goodness. This is crazy.
So let me do this real quick. I'm going to go hit the randomizer, and we're going to put this in random order.
Okay.
I told you. Did you get my little letter that was included in the
Yes, thing? Thanks for sending that.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna like frame it. I feel like if you get invited to be a guest judge, I feel like you're just so cool. I don't know, but yeah.
Okay,
Fred Minnick and Maddie are like, yeah. Enough said.
Enough said. All right, well, here's the order we're gonna put them in here.
Okay.
So it's gonna go A.
All right.
E.
Okay.
D.
Okay.
C, then B is last.
Okay. So just making sure.
Just making sure. Yep.
E,
go ahead.
D, C, and B.
You got it.
Okay.
All right, we are set to go. I'm gonna put in some of the. I'm gonna put in a little background music here.
So A, E.
All right, let's see what people say in the chat here. Putting Wack and Darrell against each other is just cruel.
I know.
Well, apparently they're happy. Apparently they're happy because Kelsey Dime already made it through. So they said that everything else on top of that is just gravy.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
We'll see. We'll see how competitive they get in the chat next week. So Shayla, you got the phone plugged in, right?
Yes, it's plugged in. Yeah, got all the jazz.
All the jazz ready to go. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to just
and it was at like 12% earlier, so yeah.
just want to make sure we don't lose you at some point.
Yes, I appreciate it. I'm glad somebody knows what they're doing.
All right, the background music makes me think Soul Glow. That's right, Soul Glow Marty Party. All right, you ready to get into the first one? Let me grab my I've got my notebook here.
Oh my goodness, I'm so nervous, guys. This is
nothing to be nervous about.
I'm
We're just gonna taste through these. Be honest.
Blendageddon blends. So these, you have inspired me to start wanting to learn how to blend because I want to enter this competition next year. Maybe, we'll see. So I'm trying to learn how to blend.
You're gonna go American whiskey. You're gonna go Franken blend.
I don't know yet. We'll see if I can even get anything good for next year.
All right, Big Vic. So who are the favorites in the chat? Big Vic is calling Ritter and OH. Okay. All All right. Hadn't heard of Soul Glow in a while. Shayla, you got this. You have time much power. Just go with your gut. Exactly.
Okay.
It's not that serious. It's just some people making blends, and we'll see what happens. Here we go.
Yeah. All right. So we're going on A.
Let's go to the first one. Here we go.
Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
Ooh, the first one's starting off with a banger.
This smells so good.
It really does.
Okay, I know I use this word too much, but it smells thick with 3 C's. Like dark fruits and kind of like chocolate a little bit.
I'm getting my grandma's almond fruitcake.
Oh, such a good call. Yes. Also, guys, just fair warning, my nose is kind of broken because of the dryness, so just listen to Jason.
As long as your palate works, I'm good.
Yep. Hopefully we'll be all right. Oh, that's such a good call.
Right? It's so almond heavy. It's really nice. Dare I say marzipan? Is Fred Minnick going to come out and give me like a, he's going to charge me? I got to pay him royalties if I say marzipan.
So I feel like the almond, that's definitely a good call. I don't know if you're getting like fruits. I'm getting a lot of like kind of raspberry or like darker red fruits. I don't know if you are getting that or if I'm just
that's why I was kind of calling out the fruitcake aspect of it, like an almond fruitcake, because there is some. I just can't pinpoint what fruit it is. You getting anything?
It's like, I feel like it's like generalized. Like there's a bunch. It's like the Costco fruit blend. You know, the triple berry fruit blend or whatever.
The Costco fruit blend. Oh man, that's good. All right, let's see how the palate tastes. Here we go.
Right, cheers.
Here we go. Exactly, Ryan. Oh wow.
Okay.
I think.
Whoa.
You know what that tastes like to me? I think there's some Chattanooga in that blend.
Oh, interesting.
That tastes very Chattanooga-y.
Whoa. Okay.
I don't know whose that is, but it's very Chattanooga-esque. It's it's almost like malty to me a little bit.
I would agree with that just a little bit. Yeah. You know when Erin from Stuff and Whiskey says that she needs a first sip, like I feel like I need a minute with this one. It's kind of crazy.
I don't know if it's Chattanooga, but there's definitely some there's a very heavy chocolatey note I'm getting in this.
Yeah, I kind of smelt the chocolate, and I get chocolate.
I wasn't getting the chocolate on the nose, but on the palate I'm getting it.
Yeah, I think I got a little bit of that, but yeah, I think it was more fruit and that almond kind of thing you were talking about. But
yep,
it's a little bit like a tiny bit dry and a little bit spicy. But there's also kind of a nice viscosity to it. Like it's not super viscous, but there's a nice viscosity to it.
Every point you just made, I agree with. I think it's drying. I think it's drying yet fruity yet somehow still oily.
Yeah. Wow, it's so crazy. Well, I like this one.
Yeah, that's good.
Coming off the rip with a, I mean, I don't know what the other ones are gonna be, but oof.
Coming off with a hitter right there. Shit,
yeah, I like that. Okay.
All right. Fruitcake with chocolate is to hide the fact it's fruitcake, so maybe somebody will take a bite. Whiskey Mountains, you know, she dislikes a lot of things, but for some reason, I think when the camera goes off, she's in the corner eating fruitcake and drinking rye whiskey all day long. What do you think?
She's just like, come here, Willet.
Like,
she has like 7 bottles of Willet in the back.
I love rye, but nobody can know.
That's awesome.
And the only reason why, if nobody knows, Whiskey Mountains, Audriana over there, she does not like rye whiskey. So
hates it quite a lot.
Hates it. Not even Knob Creek rye, which is surprising.
Yeah. There's some that she doesn't hate as much, but
party
she
to the party.
doesn't like rye.
Jason and Shayla. Oh, Stuff and Whiskey. I think they heard you talking about them.
Yep. Your ears were ringing. Okay.
All right, let's go to number 2.
Okay.
Or the second one. What's the second one's letter E here?
E, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, I'm so nervous. Oh my god. Ooh. I feel like my blend is in. That's how nervous I am. though.
Like your blend is in the mix somehow?
Yeah, like I'm assuming
not
that's
even
what the
next year.
nerds feel like.
I'm just letting everybody know, just putting it out next year that Shayla DeWayla is going to be entering. So everybody just watch your ass.
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Luckily, I will be the last place so that somebody else doesn't have to be. So, okay, this one, dude, I just want to say thank you because this one smells really fantastic also. Like a bunch of cream. I don't know if you're getting that, but
Yeah, this is way more on like the vanilla cake, vanilla ice cream, vanilla whipped cream side of things. Man, that's
also
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Wow. Yeah. Like so not I don't know if delicate's the right word, but that it's yeah. I also get a little bit of like orange or like pine or orange a little bit. It's mostly that creaminess, but I feel like underneath that there's a little bit of pine or orange.
I think you're right, and that means one thing to me. That means that there's some rye in the mix. I think it's a little bit rye heavy.
I think so.
There's a very rich orange peel type vibe going on.
Yeah.
Christmas tree with oranges on it.
For sure. Yeah. Like a pine forest. This one smells really good. This could be a perfume and everyone would wear it and everyone would, get some. You know what I mean? Oof.
I'm getting a lot of the mint and the spice on here too. There's some warming like nutmeg things on here too that I'm getting.
Nutmeg, such a good call. That's such a good call.
Really nice nutmeg note here. That's really nice.
All
right, let's taste it. It smells good. Let's taste it.
Yeah.
Oh. Yes.
Okay.
Ooh. That's got the that takes you for a little bit of a ride there.
Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Wow, my brain's having a hard time with that one. This
is coming off like a bourbon rye blend or a blend of different rye whiskeys because it's spicy but sweet.
Yeah.
And it kind of takes you through this whole like roller coaster ride a little bit.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it has a really nice balance. I'm not sure if it does have bourbon in the mix or not, but it's like a rye that doesn't totally suck all of the moisture out of your mouth. Like it has enough sweetness, but you also get that rye. I feel like it's really well balanced.
This feels like a rye
just for a sec.
This feels like a rye that's like Ryan Cecil level. I see you, Ryan. I'm only kidding. It just has like it's just a really beautifully balanced blend here. This is when you talk about Blendageddon, this is what you look for. Now whether it's your flavor profile or not, this is what you want. You want something that starts off on an upswing, it kind of explodes on the palate and it finishes with like a long lingering finish.
Yeah, and it's still just hanging out.
This second one is doing all of that.
Wow.
For me.
Dang.
Wow.
If you like ryes, this is your jam right here, just saying. Oh, dang.
Mm-hmm.
That's
definitely more on the rye side. Damn.
I feel like, and I'm going to look like an idiot when the reveal happens, but I feel like there's something in there that I've had before. Like in terms of rye profile. There's something that seems really familiar to it. I'm not sure, but oh, man. It's just solid.
It reminds me of like Kentucky Owl Rye, like a Kentucky Owl type rye, like an old school one, or even like one of the old Carter ryes. Like I feel like it's on that level of a blend.
I can't wait to see what that one is because
I know. Yeah. If that one makes it through, though, we won't know what the blend
no! Yes, that's true. Yeah. Okay, well, we might have to wait a couple weeks, but
we might have to wait a few weeks. We'll see how that one goes. All right, what a time! Here we go.
Oh man. The first two.
All right, so before we get to the third blend, I have a very, very important question to ask you. It's something that's been coming up the last few weeks. Scott started it, so blame him.
You talking about peanut butter and jelly?
I'm talking about this.
Hey, I know what'll cheer you up. Nah, I don't think I'm in the mood. Are you sure? It's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Now there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Sorry, Brian. It's just not doing it today. Do the peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat.
Okay, so I have some very, very strong opinions about this.
Do you really? Do
Yes.
you really? Okay.
So I used to be a Jif. I used to be a Jif girl. Then moved to Mexico. They don't have Jif. They only have Skippy. And I was like, I don't like Skippy. But then now I've only had Skippy for 4 years. And I went back to Jif and I was like, what is this garbage? So I know people love Jif and I understand, but it's just because you haven't had Skippy long enough. So anyway, creamy peanut butter. Do not put Chunky in my sandwich. I will kill you. So creamy Skippy peanut butter, one side. Preferably Dave's Killer Bread if you have it. No white bread.
Dave's Killer Bread?
Dave's Killer Bread, the green label. It's like 21 grain or some shit. So Skippy peanut butter on one side, like kind of a little bit thick. But then on the other side, thin amount of Skippy peanut butter. Because you don't want the jelly to soak into the bread.
Yeah, that's my method. That's what I do.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I literally had people messaging me last week trying my methods.
Oh,
and then I was getting pictures of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches sent to me in my Discord, which I thought was hilarious.
That's
like
a good way,
good
way to slide into the DMs.
Even Bourbon Judge sent me a peanut butter jelly sandwich after being on last week. And he was like, so he sends me the picture and there's no rye bread on it. I'm like, dude, what happened to the rye bread that you said you love? He's like, I don't have any. I'm like, oh.
Shoot.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then I do raspberry preserves, like jam in the middle. That's the sandwich. So.
Wait, which one? You use raspberry preserves?
Yeah, I use raspberry, like not the jelly that's all like gelatinized, but the one that kind of like spreads and has like some
jam.
seeds.
So you're a jam girl.
Jam. Yeah. Yes.
I don't know. You either have jelly, which is all like wobbly. You have jam, which is a little bit wobbly but more spreadable, and then you have preserves, which has all the chunks of gobbledygoosh in it.
No. So jam.
I don't want the gobbledygoosh on it. I just want all jam.
Jam. Yeah.
By the way, word of the day: gobbledygoosh.
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 Put it on a T-shirt.
Yeah. Don't give me any gobbledygoosh. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's go to number.
Sorry. The next 25-minute segment is about.
Oh, look at Naughty Max says add thinly sliced fresh jalapeno. That's interesting.
I don't know about that. Okay.
Oh, you're very welcome, Adam. Thrasher says you're my girl, Shayla.
Miss you, bro.
Yeah. Yep. Gobbledygoosh, whatever you want to say. All right, number 3 here. Let's see.
Okay. I feel like the first 2 were so awesome that I'm a little afraid for the next 3. We'll see. We're gonna see what happens. But
well, number 3 is. Man, this one is. There's some nice aged whiskey in here, I think. I'm getting a good amount of oak and sweets.
Yeah.
And I feel like this one's gonna pack a little bit of proof too, just based off the nose.
Okay, I know there's quite a bit of alcohol in this, but a little bit like a donut fritter. Like a fritter from Krispy Kreme. Just a little bit, like a hint of that sprinkle.
Yeah, a little bit of
I don't know. Maybe I'm just hungry, but
good. Yeah, after this stream, usually people are hungry.
Yes.
So. Yeah, peanut butter. Ethan So says peanut butter and bacon, and I'm all about it. Ethan.
Ooh, I've never had it, but
peanut butter and bacon are amazing here. Yeah, apparently nobody likes Peter Pan peanut butter. Nobody ever brings it up.
I've never even heard of that.
You've never heard of Peter Pan peanut butter?
No. Does it have Peter Pan on the label?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh. I mean, I don't fucking know.
This has a really decadent nose. It's very rich.
Yeah.
Trying to go back and compare it here. Oh man.
Whoa.
All right, let's give it a go.
Okay. Oh man. Ooh.
That one, it's more subtle, but it's extremely layered.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, but it's not as punchy, I would say, as 1 or 2.
Yeah. I feel like 1 and 2 kind of hit you in the face. This one, and it almost smelt a little bit, like it smelled like it had stuff going on, but it also smelt a little bit more delicate. I feel like I'm getting that. I think the proof, and I don't know, my proofometer might be bad, but it seems like it's quite a high proof. I'm getting quite a bit of ethanol, but I don't know if you are as well, but
I feel like there's some wild turkey in that blend, I think. I don't know why. A little bit. Man, these are tough. The first 3 so far, they're all very different. They're all very different and all give completely different experiences.
For sure. I think I don't know if it's just you saying it, but like as soon as you said wild turkey, I'm like, I think there's some I think there is some wild turkey in there after tasting it again, but yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm starting to get like strawberry Pop-Tart on the palate now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, there's kind of like a fruity,
like you called it
light
before.
Cream a little bit.
Yeah, you called like that pastry a little bit note earlier, and I'm totally getting like strawberry Pop-Tart with icing, not without, but with icing.
Yeah.
Damn.
Man. Okay, I'm gonna go for another sip. This is probably not a good idea, but
this one's really good. $100 says Shayla can name the mash bill. She probably can.
Haha. There's a difference between short-term and long-term memory. Let's just say that. Man, shoot. Okay, all 3 of these, I would be happy to own a bottle of.
Yeah.
For different reasons and different moods, but.
So I don't think I've actually said this out loud yet, but I'm actually a crunchy peanut butter guy.
Jason.
I know. I'm not like extra crunchy, just like a little bit of crunch. I just like I like texture. I'm a texture guy, so I like to feel like the crunch of like a good peanut butter sandwich, and I think that's really
texture too. I like good textures.
Nothing against creamy. Nothing against creamy. I make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with creamy all the time.
Okay.
But I think if I had the choice, I might go crunchy because I like the crunch to it. I like that texture.
Yeah, it's okay to be wrong.
It's okay to be wrong. You're right.
I'm just kidding.
It's okay to be wrong every now and again.
Wow. Man, I feel like 1 and 2, like you were saying, really kind of hit you in the face. Like they're very bold and punchy. I feel like D is one that you could sit with for like an hour and just kind of chill.
Just a super, and every part of it works.
Yeah.
I don't know. The fact that it's not punchy enough, will that factor in? We'll see what happens. Let's go to we got to go to number the 4th one here.
4, okay.
Make that in here. Is this more like, is this giving you more anxiety than you thought it would?
No, I'm doing okay now that I've had a few glasses of whiskey.
So I meant to tell you this, Trev. I'm going to be reviewing, when I go to Kentucky in a few weeks, I'm actually going to get the latest batch of Jephthah.
Oh my goodness.
I want to see, I haven't tasted it since that first bottle I got like 3 years ago. And I want to see if it's improved, if it's different, or if it's the same. And I'm we'll see what happens. Just saying. I've been putting it off long enough. It's time.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a no. I'm not. No, thank you.
All right.
Enjoy, Jason. All right.
Whoa. Oh. Okay.
Hello.
Okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Oh my gosh.
What the fuck? Hold on.
No, you're not wrong. It smells that good.
I know, I'm like, need to... Whoa, what the... Okay, whew. I feel like I'm
my gosh.
sweating now.
That is a caramel bomb.
Yeah.
Wow. But like, not like cheap caramel, like really good homemade caramel.
Yeah. Man, what the...
I hope it's this good on the palate.
Okay, for a second, and again, don't know if I'm going crazy, but I felt like I got a little bit of a nuttiness, but I don't know. It's mostly caramel, but
there's definitely nuttiness.
Something.
I'm right there with you. But again, I feel like there's something. I'm getting like a Finnish whiskey vibe on this. I feel like there's something fruity on here. I could be wrong, but I know man. I mean, I don't know. I thought there was a dusty note on one of the other ones last week, and there wasn't a dusty in it at all. Just a blend funky. Hey, what's up, Chris SBWE? Jeff, are you sure you aren't banned from the premises? I might be. I'm gonna have to buy it in like a store, not like at the distillery. Just saying, because they literally might have a sign hanging up with my face on it, like "Don't let this asshole in." Oh man, this has like a port finish vibe to it.
Okay, I could see that. Yeah, there's some fruitiness that I'm not able to put my finger on, and I wonder if...
Very fruity to me.
All right. That might be a little bit of that.
Maybe. Let's try it. Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Man.
Okay, that was a little bit... Some of it was what I was expecting, but some of it was not what I was expecting.
I did not expect that type of a proof punch to it.
Yeah.
It comes in hot. Like it's here. It's ready. It's down the clown.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay. Yeah, I need another second with this one.
That one's polarizing to me. I don't know if I like it or not. It's really good, but I think it's the finish that's killing it for me.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of initial up front, a little bit of the mid palate I enjoy as well, but the other three are just so good. This one is better than probably anything that I could ever blend, but the other three are just so solid that I think that's going to be probably out of the mix for me.
Yeah, it's not bringing the layer of flavors I was hoping.
Yeah, I think the nose, there was a little bit to pick apart there, and it was really enjoyable. And then I don't know if it's that proof like you were mentioning or what, but
I think this one is more driven by proof than flavor.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's drying, and it's not really doing it. So number whatever letter C is might no.
Yeah, I agree. Man, I love the nose though. The nose was pretty good.
The nose is incredible. I had high hopes off the nose. Karen B Ford says undercover purchase. Yeah, that's right. Like I'm gonna have to like wear like a hood and like go buy that bottle so no one sees me. Yep. Yeah, this the proof heaviness of number 4 here, it's overtaking the entire experience, unfortunately.
Yeah,
so.
For sure. I would agree with that. Yeah, if there's some way to get what was on the nose transferred to the palate, I think it's going to be solid and up there. But yeah, I think the proof overrides.
So let's see if the first 3 or the last one can be in the same caliber as the first 3. Let's go with it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So this is B. Okay.
Yeah, this is B, which, the nose. Again, this. Somebody knows my palate, because this is butterscotch to me. Did you go
toffee butterscotch?
Did you go nose deep? What happened?
Oh, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy. Just smelling it.
Man, that is my nose right there.
Like,
that That is butterscotch, butter pecan heaven.
That's
Oh. Wow. Somebody blended this just for me. Oh my gosh.
damn.
Damn, that's good.
It has like a softness to it and a darkness to it, and then also just all of that butterscotch and like toffee and stuff. Oh my god.
Yeah. This is a man.
Okay.
It's got like this mix of like dusty butterscotch with like modern sweetness with oak, and I mean, again, this is off the nose.
Yeah.
I'm hoping the palate is as good as the nose here, but
Me
we'll see.
too. I also am getting, I feel like a little bit, not necessarily like a buffalo traciness, but like a little bit of a cherry, like a light cherry.
Oh my God, Shayla, I didn't want to say it. Not so much cherry, but it reminds me of like it's got a Buffalo Tracy sweetness to it.
Yeah. Okay.
Not so much the butterscotch note, but more of the like the sugary sweetness note vibe that I'm getting on this.
Yeah. It's something different than the butterscotch thing.
But yeah, I get like the Swedish fish cherry note that sometimes pops up on Buffalo.
Just a little bit of that, and maybe I'm saying cherry because I'm thinking a little bit more on the Buffalo Trace side. Like it smells like that profile a little bit. Oh man!
Maybe AC's just hoping the carpet matches the drapes.
That's one way to put it. Yes.
That is one way to put it. We'll see what happens. All right, cheers.
All
Let's
right,
try
cheers.
This. Oh, okay. I see you.
Yeah. It's different a little bit than the nose, but it's really good.
It's not as butterscotchy as I was hoping.
Yeah. I feel like, and I'm so bad with this, like rye spice versus oak spice, but I feel like, I don't know, I'm getting a lot of spice up in here.
There's a lot of spice, and I'm here for it. I love it.
Yes.
This is not a boring dram at all. It's got a lingering spice to it that's incredible.
Yeah. Okay, I need another sip of this real quick. I'm just gonna see.
Damn. We have 5. I'd say 4 out of the 5 are absolute bangers, like hitters. Damn.
Yeah. Oh.
I don't even know where to go at this point. You know, as you sip it, I think the oak takes over a little bit. Or is it overly sweet to you? What do you think?
I think, for me, I'm getting more, and I'm not saying dry as a bad thing, but I'm getting quite a bit of like a dry oak or a lot of that spice, especially on the back end as it's finishing.
It does suck.
I don't think it's overly sweet. I'm not sure.
It does. It does suck the moisture out of you, right?
A little bit, yeah.
And I mean, and these make a difference. Like these notes and these, you know, even though the nose and maybe the front of the palate might be good, if it's too drying, you know, that definitely that's something I don't want in, you know, the blend, you know, to go on to the next round. But man, I feel like this is right on the cusp of being something amazing.
Yeah, I really like this one, and maybe we'll have to see just with the other 3 how they play now. But
all right, so do you want to just kind of take number 4 or letter C? We'll just kind of get this one out of the mix right away.
Yeah, that's out of the mix, unfortunately. Yep.
All right, I'm right there with you. So,
and then I think the last one, B, is slightly on the cusp of maybe being out, but we'll have to see how it compares with the other 3, I think.
It's close, but it's just not, I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see what it does against these other 3 here.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, I'm going to reset my palate here a little bit.
I do really like it, though. But I don't know if it's as solid as the first 3.
Todd Ritter is saying that's mine, calling it. Todd, you think that the one we eliminated is yours? Or the number, or the last one that we're saying is on the cusp is yours?
Oh, okay. Yeah, let us know.
I love how Todd is just being like, that's mine. That's mine. Yeah. Most of the guys that say that's mine they're totally off.
Yeah. Unless they're slipping Jimmy. But yeah.
Shayla,
Yeah.
ADHD wants to know, Shayla, is that a rowing machine couch behind you?
Yeah. Well, no, there's a couch and then there's a rowing machine.
So
They're
the
two separate things.
So is that like your makeshift coffee table? Because that's the room you're relegated to?
No, this is just the mini office basically. So yeah, this is where I love how they have.
I love how they have a representation of a lounging couch right next to an active rowing machine.
Yeah.
Kind of like, what do you want to do today? I think I'll lay down. No, I'm gonna row.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. The couch, that would be a dangerous thing. I would never get any exercise done. So.
Oh, Todd Ritter saying the one that gets a little dry. You think? Oh, the last one. So Todd is saying that this might be his.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's go through 1, 2, 3, 4, or should I say A, E, D, and B.
Yes.
So let's go to A again here real quick.
Okay.
Wow, A got sweeter a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still getting the chocolate almond goodness in it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel like the chocolate is coming through a little more now. It used to be just more of the almond and fruit.
And wow, it went real like hard, like root beer candy now on the palate and chocolate.
Yeah. Wow.
That is. What did I say? Chattanooga earlier. This reminds me more of like an ASW, American single malt out of Atlanta type vibe.
I haven't had that, but.
Yeah, I mean it is pure like root beer. We did a couple picks. It is pure like root beer / cream soda in a glass. That's what I'm
that
getting
root beer
today.
call is like, yeah. Heck yes. Okay, I like that. Still.
I like that a lot.
Me too.
All right. So now we're gonna go to the next one here. So this
I
one.
can't believe that normal humans can blend like this. Like it's.
It's a superpower. It's a superpower.
Basically, yeah. Okay, so E. This was the rye spice kind of thing.
Rob Zilla is saying that's mine.
Oh my god, the amount of like vanilla cream on this is it just makes me really happy. What the?
Oh my god, and the palette on this. This is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous blend. That is so good. Yeah, it's
just we can just shut it off right now.
Just that has to make it through because it's getting better. It was good before, and now it's just getting better the more it sits.
So I think we gotta just bump that. That's like for sure it has to have a place, I think.
Yeah, this is like, oh my god, that's good.
E is just what the heck.
E is making it through. Whoever blended E, that's a fucking banger. That is so good. All right.
Oh. Okay, now the difficult part to find the second one because there's
the second one out of these three is going to be tough because they're all very different.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm going to go to this middle one here, which is letter D. Let's see what we get.
Okay, D. All right.
Man, coming off that one, D is coming off really just. I mean, I love the delicate nature of it, but it's almost too delicate now. Just not doing enough on the palate.
I would agree. Yeah, I think A has a lot more going on. D is really nice. I would drink it like every freaking day of my life, but A, I think it has something special to it.
I love the finish of D though. The finish in D is ridiculous.
Man, God, they're all so good. This is so difficult.
All right, well, let's go to this last one, which is B.
Okay.
And let's see if it's got it. Let's see if it's got enough to hang with these two here.
Okay. Wow, it smells. God, the nose on that, it's wonderful.
It really is. I don't know, Shayla.
What are you thinking? Oh, dude, I like B. Oh, man.
I like it too. It might have more flavor and more punch than E. I'm sorry, than D.
Than D, yes, I would agree.
D is delicious blend, but it's coming off very light.
Yeah. I think there's a time and place for it, and I love it. There's nothing wrong with like any of these, really.
But compared to the other two, so you want to eliminate D?
I think so. I love it. It's so great. Sorry to whoever blended that, but yes.
It's so good, but it's just not holding up to the other two here.
Yeah.
So it's between A and B for the top slot.
Yeah.
So we go with the chocolatey root beer, or do we go with the? Oh my God! This is the what did I write for B?
This is the kind of Buffalo Tracy one, the B. Okay, which one are you tasting right now?
I just tried B.
Okay.
So what is out of the two, which one do you like? The problem is that they're both really different.
They're both really different and really good. I feel, and of course it's up to you, but I feel a little bit
we have to come to an agreement, because that's why I needed to have other judges.
Okay. So I feel like B is delicious, but I also feel like it's something or similar to things that I've tasted before. Mm-hmm. I think A, let me taste A again before I'm final on it, but I think A is so different and fun, and like it has so many like not weird, but like different things going on. And I think that's kind of what you're looking for, is like a unique kind of thing. So yeah, I'm not sure. Let me taste this. Let me cleanse my palate real quick and I'll taste it again.
Man, A also went like barbecue on me. Like barbecue.
Oh,
smoke.
Did it? Oh.
Like in a good way, not a bad way.
Oh no, I was saying ooh, like
smoky,
give me some of that.
Smoky and sweet. But man, I can't get over how good E is. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
E is so effing good. It's ridiculous.
Oh man. I love A and I love B. I think I would maybe go with A just because it's so unique, so cool. It's got that root beer, it's got chocolate, almond, like it's just got a million things, but it's not.
It does. Chocolate, almond, fruit. I got it. I agree with you. I'm glad you kind of pushed me over the edge, because I really do like B, but A just has just like a bunch of different stuff going on that's just really good. And somehow it all works.
Yeah, it's not like, because there's sometimes where it's like, whoa, this is like too many things, but there's something like cohesive enough about it that it works.
Yeah. Bald Guy Bourbon is asking, where in Arizona? I lived in Chandler for 12 years.
Oh, cool. I'm in Tucson.
Tucson. Yep. All right, so it looks like we're going to move on letter E and letter A.
Okay. And B, whoever made B, it's so friggin' good.
Yeah.
So sorry.
It's oh man, it's I mean, honestly, the other two we picked, the other two we eliminated were really close. The only real outlier was letter C, because that one was the one that was a little bit too. It just ended up being too proof heavy. So
yes, C was very proof heavy.
All right, so it looks like we have our two winners here. This is going to be interesting. Okay, I got to get the results over here. That's I think. And
I just tasted B again. I think we made the correct decision.
Yeah, I think my girlfriend said it's she said it's under the Old Scout bottle, which is right there. So I'm gonna go over there and look at the results in a second.
Okay.
But just to kind of give everyone a quick reminder, here is who we're looking at tonight in the bracket: Dan Colgan, Todd Ritter, Rob Shields, Adam Dorman, and Oisin Hayes. So, you ready, Shayla?
Dude, I'm so ready. I wish we could figure out what all of them are, because I'm so ready for A and E, but.
All right, here are the results. So the one that we equally said wasn't really holding up for us because it was just too proof heavy was
Yep.
letter C.
Yep.
And that, oh, poor guy.
Oh gosh.
That went to Adam Dorman.
Oh, okay.
Adam Dorman with his straight from the bucket. Yeah, Adam, it was
Super great on the nose.
I think the proof just took over a little bit. It had an amazing nose, but on the palate, it just got too proof heavy. It was a lot of ethanol. Maybe the more it sat, the more ethanol it got, unfortunately.
Yeah. Like I can
Adam
see
Dorman said, I'm out of here.
Oh, sorry, Adam. I feel like I could see what you were going with the nose, and maybe when you were blending it, it did taste like that. So that's a little bit of a bummer because I was like, I wanted to taste that, you know. But
that nose is insanely good. Let's find out what was in his blend.
Oh, this is so fun.
So I thought there was something finished in it because it was just coming off very fruity.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see what's in his blend. So Adam Dorman, 121.4 proof.
Makes sense.
1 part Westland American single malt, the cream of the crop. So that was the Mash and Journey Whiskey Club selection,
Okay.
which was a very fruity pick.
Yes.
2 parts Pikesville Rye,
Interesting.
and 3 parts Jack Daniel's single barrel proof, 127.9 proof. Wow.
Whoa.
So being obviously one of the people that chose the Westland, that Westland is like pineapple and chocolate all day long.
Okay.
And I think that was the fruit aspect that we were getting.
Yeah.
But man, I think maybe the Jack Daniel's proof just took over.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. So, and Westland does some like Pinot Noir finish and stuff like that. Was that finished or no?
No, it's not finished actually.
Okay.
It was matured in a special cask, but it wasn't finished in any sort of way.
Okay.
All right.
Interesting.
So Adam Dorman, sorry man. I know you were right there.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, the nose was freaking incredible.
The nose was ridiculous. It just didn't match up on the palate. All right, letter D.
Okay.
Now, letter D was the one that we thought was very layered, but it came off soft.
Yeah.
Letter D belongs to
Who?
the defending champion, Todd Ritter.
No way.
Todd fucking Ritter with, oh my God.
Whoa.
Sorry, Todd.
Sorry, Todd. It is super great.
Wow. Ritter giving up his title. So Todd Ritter will not be a back-to-back champ this year. His one blend to rule them all just fell a little bit short.
Dang.
So let's see what's in his blend. One blend to rule them all. Here we are.
Okay. I'm excited to see what this is. So
this is the one I said I thought there was maybe some wild turkey in it.
A little turkey.
Let's see. Still has his title. He does have his title forever. He will forever be the 2021 champion.
For sure.
Let's see what was in his blend here. All right. 4 Roses Small Batch Select.
Okay.
4 Roses Limited Edition 2020. Russell's Reserve Warehouse G. So that's a turkey, but I mean there's a lot of stuff in here. He had Stag Junior. He had Stag Junior Batch 15 in here. Well, Remus Repeal 5 and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A122. How in the hell did that come off so easy?
Yeah, because this did not play like a high proof thing. Like, I wonder if that 4 Roses, you know, that lower 4 Roses, the 90 proof or whatever it is, are there? Because I don't know what the percentages are, but
yeah, he doesn't have percentages on here, but
so that's interesting.
The 2 4 Roses, and maybe even the Remus Repeal at 100 proof might have dialed down the punch to it.
That's great, because I mean, it does not play like a high proof. I mean, it doesn't play low, but it's
So he said the final proof is probably around 113 proof.
Okay.
Which is what maybe you would think, but yeah, it drank a lot lighter than that, unfortunately. But all right, Todd Ritter, congrats on last year. No repeat this year. So that means we got 3 brand new people here that could make it to the finals.
Wow.
So this is letter B, which just missed it. Oh, this is like
a razor's edge.
This is like being 5th in line at the liquor store and they only have 4 bottles of Eagle Rare.
Yes.
And that, and you're left with, you're the last guy. You're the one that has to get the regular Buffalo Trace because that's it.
Yep. Dang.
Letter B goes to Dan Colgan with Thunderstruck.
Dang, dude. Okay, I don't know if there's freaking Buffalo Trace in this, but
yeah, let's find out.
I'm excited to see what's in this.
Dan Colgan, this is a fucking hell of a blend right here, man. Let's look it up.
Friggin' amazing.
All right. Let me get this out here. All right, Thunderstruck. ECBP B5120.
Ooh.
Henry McKenna, Bottled and Bond. A Weller Foolproof Store Pick. A Stag Junior number 17. And the Driftless Glen Mass and Journey pick.
It's so good, dang it.
I love how everyone's using the Mass and Journey picks and I'm not picking them at all. This is depressing.
Yeah. Well, they're mixed with other things, so
they're meant to be drank on their own, apparently, not mixed with other shit. Gosh.
And this is fantastic. Oh my goodness.
It's a delicious blend.
Yeah.
I think you called it. I mean, there's Weller Foolproof and Stag Juniors in here, so you called the Buffalo Traciness.
That's cool. I feel super great about that, honestly.
And unfortunately, the next 2, we're not going to know what's in the blends until we get to the finals because they're moving on to the Sexy 6, baby. The Sexy 6. And that's going to be Rob Shields with his Goat Breath blend.
Okay.
And Oisin Hayes with my milkshake.
Brings all the boys to the yard. Yes, it does.
All my boys to the yard with 3 R's.
Heck yes.
Wait,
these were fantastic.
Wait, whose was whose though? So E.
Oh yeah.
So A was the chocolate bomb.
Yeah.
That was the Goat Breath from Rob Shields.
Okay.
And Oisin Hayes, the one that we unanimously said is going on. That was my milkshake.
That is a milkshake I would drink every single day.
Oisin Hayes, holy shit. That blend right there could have what it takes to make it to the finals.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
We were cornhole partners. I'm like, I know this man.
Yes, Oisin is one of the best people in the world, and it looks like his blend. Rob Zilla said, told you, he knew. When we were, I guess, whatever he used in his blend, we were calling the notes.
That's awesome.
So he knows it. My man OH. Damn. Where is OH? Is he here?
Man, OH, like he roots for the Philadelphia Eagles, like, and he just basically won tonight. So he's just
Todd?
Yeah,
he's just always winning right now.
Always winning.
If anyone named Todd in the chat needs counseling, there are great options to speak to a therapist online. They accept most major insurance, but will not deny service to anyone seeking help.
This segment of the stream is sponsored by BetterHelp.
We're gonna have a new champ this year. We're gonna have a new champ. Where is OH? Is he?
Dude, I hope he's in here.
There he is. Dude, Oisin Hayes. What the fuck? That blend is ridiculous. We bow to you. This one, and let me see, which bracket is he in? Who is he going to be going against?
Oh yes, let's see.
So he's week 3. So already who's have made it through to week 3 was Justin Kim's Oaked and Yoked and William Davilar's Mama Midnight Madness.
Ooh.
So Justin Kim, William Davilar, Oisin Hayes, and Rob Shields are in that sexy group 6 that's going to be going against those 2. And then we'll have 2 more in that bracket. But man, and again, guys, next week, Saucy Shane, Adam Hinson, Jeffrey friggin' Whack, Darrell Stewart, and Mark Emenecker all going head to head next week. This competition is just getting more and more ridiculous. But
I'm
I
ready
do want to
for it.
say congrats to OH and to Rob Shields for blending some incredible, unique blends. And what can I say? We'll see how they do in the coming weeks. Shayla, out of the blends we tasted tonight, from OH and from Rob Shields, which one was your favorite?
Man, I don't know why okay, I'm assuming this is rye, we don't know, but E from OH was just hitting me right. But A is so unique and so friggin' cool. So I gotta go with E. That was just stellar. If I had to actually rank today, I think that would have gone first place. But A is a very close second. They're just so different. And
Yep.
I guess I'm in the mood for E tonight. So
Yeah, I think anybody would be in the mood to E. So it's really good.
Yeah.
So again, I want to have a big thank you to Shayla Bot in the chat, Shayla the Wayla, Shayla from Whiskey
Aw.
Central. If you have not subscribed to Shayla, please do. Amazing content. She's kind of a history buff like I am. Absolutely love her channel. Amazing palette. Shayla, tell everybody where to find you.
Okay, so I'm at Whiskey with no E, so Whiskey Central on YouTube, Whiskey_Central on Instagram. Those are the two. So I just put out an E.H. Taylor single barrel review, which is actually a sample that you sent me, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I do sample reviews and then I do full reviews usually on Fridays. I'm on vacation right now, so the reviews are a little bit less, but I try to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 reviews a week. And I basically just do kind of short sample reviews 2 times a week, and they're usually 5 minutes long, somewhere around there. So yeah.
And really, I want to thank you for being it was a lot easier for me to get samples to you being in Arizona.
Yes.
And so I really want to thank you for coming in and helping judge.
I'm so glad it worked out.
Yeah, it did work
I was
out.
a little stressed. the samples came today. So.
No, they were definitely going to come today. But,
Yeah.
All good. So guys, thanks again for tuning in tonight on this Whiskey Wednesday here on the Mash and Drum. Like, subscribe, do all the things. Again, real quick recap: 2XO from Dixon Dedman. You'll be seeing a full review really soon for me once this opens up a little bit. But so far, it seems like a very fantastic double oak product. This Booker's might be really special. I got to go back and taste it again. And Jack Daniel's twice barreled. If you like raspberry jam on toast, this is the whiskey you need to buy if you get your hands on it. Again, Shayla, thank you. Congrats to Rob Shields and to OH for making it through. And we'll see you next week for another big week right here on the Mash and Drum. Week 4, it's going to be crazy. Cheers. As I always say, it's not about the whiskey, it's the people you share it with. Cheers. Love you guys. See you next week right here. Same bat time, same bat channel on the Mash and Drum. Take care, everybody.
Cheers.